Hello. In this problem, we want to determine if the following functions are even, odd, or neither. Remember, the definition for even is that f of negative x is equal to negative f of x, and also that the definition of odd is that f of negative x is equal to, that's incorrect there. For even, f of negative x is equal to f of x, and for odd, it's f of negative x is equal to negative f of x. There we go. Sorry. Okay, let's look at A. We have f of x equals 2x to the fourth minus x squared. We always want to start out figuring out what is f of negative x. So that gives me 2 times negative x to the fourth power minus negative x squared. Then you simplify. Anytime you have a negative to an even exponent, it makes it just whatever it was originally. So this doesn't change the sign, so it is 2x to the fourth power, and this doesn't change the sign, so this is negative x squared. Now notice that this and the original are the same. That means that f of negative x is the same thing as your original function f of x, and that is the definition of even. Okay, now let's look at g of x. G of x is x to the fifth plus 3x cubed minus 1. So I'll always want to start out with g of negative x. So that gives me negative x to the fifth power plus 3 times negative x cubed minus 1. Simplifying, that gives me negative x to the fifth minus 3x cubed minus 1. Notice that anytime you have an odd exponent, it changes the sign out front. Anytime you have an even exponent, it keeps the sign that it originally had. Now notice that this and the original are not the same because there are negatives here and here, where there were not here and here. That means that this is not even. The next thing you want to look at is negative g of x. So you're going to look at negative of the original function x to the fifth plus 3x cubed minus 1. At this point, you need to distribute that negative sign. That gives you negative x to the fifth minus 3x cubed plus 1. Notice that this function and this function are also not the same because one's positive here and one is negative here. Because of that, this is not odd. And so it's neither even nor odd. Okay, let's look at C now. C is h of x equals x cubed plus 3x. So it gives me h of negative x is equal to negative x cubed plus 3 times negative x. Again, because it's odd degree, it changes the sign, so that's negative x cubed. And again, odd degree changes the sign, so it's negative 3x. Notice that these two are not the same, therefore they are not even. Next, I'll look at negative h of x. So it gives me negative parentheses of the original function x cubed plus 3x. And I distribute the negative sign. And that will give me negative x cubed minus 3x. And now notice that this function and this function are the same thing. Therefore, this is an odd function. Okay, one more thing. Let's look at a way to check all this. We can check this by looking at the exponents. The exponent here is 4 and the exponent here is 2. They're both even, which makes this even. Looking here, we have exponent of 5, exponent of 3. Now this is missing the variable. That means that the variable is x to the 0 power, which means this exponent is even. So odd, odd, even, any mixture of even and odd gives you a neither function. Look over here, odd, understood 1 there, so it's odd, so they're both odd, which means that it's an odd function. That's how to tell just by looking at the exponents if a function is even or odd.